Hi, in this video, we are going to analyze an advertisement for speakers from the October 1962 edition of the American magazine High Fidelity. This text is set in the 1960s of the USA and was a period of rapid economic expansion in the country. This may be due to the representation of gendered identity as a technique to sell or promote their products. The themes discussed consist of gender stereotypes, women as emotion-driven and particularly caring of looks, and men as unbiased or impartial. Without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. The advertisement uses logos, ethos, and structure to construct gendered identity in order to appeal to and persuade the audience.
To begin with, the most notable feature of the advertisement are the man and woman, who are placed on the very top of the advertisement. They can be seen as the representation of a regular couple in an especially heteronormative society. She looks and hi-fi, this is high fashion, indicates that the woman is only convinced by the visual aspect of the product. In other words, its appearance as a furniture rather than its actual function as a speaker. Emotive diction, love, happy, delighted, and thrilled are also used. These enforce the general notion that women prioritize aesthetics over function, tend to be subjective rather than objective, and don't think as critically as men.
Meanwhile, he listens indicates that man will only buy a product based on its practicality, or simply facts about the speaker such as its dimensions, power, and price, which are mentioned in the text beneath the man as a way to give information about it, trying to show that he pays attention to its physical and functional details and emphasizing the preconception of man as more of objective or reasonable rather than emotional or feeling. The gap between the two texts also further highlights the dual function of the speaker, appealing to different genders.
And in that gap is where the company behind Sonorama and its logo is located. This makes it look like as if it's a middle ground between the husband and wife, suggesting it is a product that will satisfy both parties. If we observe the woman's expression, it looks as if she's trying to indicate to her husband her approval of buying the speaker, and the man looks like he is listening to her, his expression agreeing. Overall, this paints an image of a harmonious relationship, with the speaker playing a role in it.
Now, it's time we look at the actual product itself. It is placed at the very bottom of the advertisement and is not very attention-grabbing. This is because it relies on the audience following the narrative-like text above, leaning into their favor to persuade them into buying it before introducing the speaker as a happy ending for the couple at the end of the narrative about them. The speaker is also already decorated with books, plants, and ceramics on top, making it look like it's actually in a house, enforcing the image of it being in their home and encouraging the audience to buy it.
As our society moves along to a more progressive and liberal environment, advertisements like this are certainly getting more and more rare. So analyzing relics like these from the past help us understand and even find new ways to create meaning in our literary works. Overall, this magazine manages to construct and represent gendered identity through the use of visual elements including framing, choice of vocabulary, and organization.
The best is good enough for me.